welcome back to Very Basic Things. Today's basic thing, cleaning a stove. My stove is disgusting. I've been trying to clean it for 3 weeks, I've said I would clean it for like 3 weeks, and now we're gonna get to it because the camera's on and so is the pressure. First step in cleaning your disgusting stove, clean off the top. You can't have a bunch of stuff on it or else you can't clean it, you goof. A pot, another pot pan thing. I like this pot. My mother got me this for a birthday, I think. She said it's perfect to make ramen in. It's not. It's too small to put a thing of ramen in it, but it is really cute because it has faces, but I use it to heat up tomato soup. And a cast iron skillet that I'm too afraid to touch because I know people get very finicky with cast iron skillets. This isn't mine. I don't know whose it is, but there's rice in it. I don't think you're supposed to put rice in a cast iron skillet, so I'm doing my part. Rice Man is not. Okay, now this is where things are gonna get a little weird, okay? I don't know if you knew this. If you're under the age of 30, you probably didn't. I've seen your kitchens. You can take this metal stuff off, okay? Watch. Whoa! It's really greasy, by the way. I will be washing my hands. Not yet, though. I'll wash my hands later. Whoa! Ah. And this would be a really cool cosplay Halloween costume for someone that holds two cool shields, I guess. Also a great arm workout, my goodness. Next, we're gonna open up the trash can. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a trash can below me. It's open. That smells like cheese. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking off all the chunks on the stove. We had pasta and a lot of mac and cheese. The mac and cheese is from me. The pasta is probably also from me, but everything else isn't because I personally do not cook meat, and I think this is a bunch of like shriveled up dried meat. I don't know what this is. I think it's bread. And for anyone that just was like, ugh, how dare she put that in her mouth, just like cameraman Ryan did, I don't care. I've put some weird shit in my mouth. I think this is part of a carrot. That's definitely not me. Carrot, not my choice of vegetable. My choice of vegetable, zucchini. There's so much pasta in here. And you know what? I don't think most of this, is that peppercorn? I don't think most of this pasta is mine because I don't eat the spaghetti kind. I eat the macaroni kind. Sometimes that twisty one. I don't know what that's called. I don't really F with penne. Not gonna lie. Not my thing. It's like tubes. Why are we doing tubes? I know macaroni's a tube, but it's like a smile, so it's like a positive tube. Okay, that's just about all the solids I want to get out of there. So next I will be cleaning the stove. That's like the next part. Bear with me. I'm gonna get a bowl of water. Getting a bowl of water. Water. It's gonna be warm water. Warm water. Instantly warm water. Here's my bowl of water. It's also a mixing bowl. If you've seen Edible Complex, you may recognize this. Click the link below. And a sponge. One thing I will say, look, I live with 3 guys, but I was shocked to learn that they have a plethora of cleaning supplies, including like 100 sponges. I just took this from a bag of unused sponges. I don't think I've ever owned more than 2 sponges at once. Oh, so what I'm doing is I'm putting water on the sponge and then putting the sponge on the stove. Scrub, scrub, scrub. This smells delicious. Oh my gosh, all the scents and aromas are coming back. Oh, I forgot to remove something. Not only do the bars, I don't know what they're called, not only do those come off, but so do the things that the flames come out of. I don't know what they're called, but they also come off. Here's a very important thing. When you take these off, lay them down in the same shape that you took them off of, or else you're gonna forget which one goes where, and you're gonna be doing a very frustrating puzzle, and then when you try to turn the fire on, it's gonna come out in weird areas, and we're not about that here. Ugh. And now we continue. Scrub, scrub, scrub. There's a lot of chunks in here. This is a lot of ramen. I personally eat ramen probably about 4 times a week for various reasons. 1, because I'm poor. 2, because I like ramen. You ever add your own seasoning to ramen? Like, I know it has seasoning packets, but here's the thing. You don't have to only use a seasoning packet. I like to only use half the packet. And then in that, I will put garlic salt. I'll also put onion powder and a touch of turmeric, just a touch, not too much or else your noodles are gonna be orange and you won't wanna eat them. And some ginger, always gotta have that ginger. And then I try to do something random every time. I'll actually very often put in some pickle juice. Whoa. I used to just put on dill seasoning, hold on. My favorite seasoning ever. You can tell it's my favorite because I knew exactly where it was. Right there, right above the stove, because I put this thing on everything. Okay, so I've collected more things that are gross in this corner. I am going to get a paper towel and then show you up close everything I've gathered. Dun, 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 dun. Is that showing? Yum! That just smells like ramen. Honestly, it doesn't smell that bad. I know it looks gross. If it didn't look so gross, I probably would have put it in my mouth. Also, I chose not to put it in my mouth because I can tell everyone on set got really uncomfortable with that one thing I put in my mouth. Editor Paige, are we friends? I'm scared of what she's gonna say. Now that I've gotten all the big chunks off the stove, I have to dry the stove because if you have a wet stove, it's gonna go when you turn it on and it's gonna freak you out. Speaking of a plethora of cleaning supplies, there's just always paper towels in this apartment. I've never bought paper towels. I will buy toilet paper sometimes because men can go a lot longer without toilet paper than girls can. But the paper towels, they're just on it. They're always buying paper towels. It's kind of crazy. I don't buy a lot of things for this apartment. I buy a lot of things and leave it in the apartment. I have a blender. That's my contribution to the apartment, is a blender. And also, I bake. You can see me baking on Edible Complex. Link below. This stove is disgusting. Absolutely gross. Okay, I'm gonna do one more wipe, and then we're gonna put everything back. Yep, that's a clean stovetop. Yeah, so this is basic things, not advanced things. I only used water because water's pretty basic. Sorry, girl. You could use chemicals. I think you're supposed to use chemicals. I don't use chemicals. I'm from Oregon. I'm a hippie. Look at the dang coat I'm wearing. Let's put the stove back together. So if you remember from before, we put all the little thingy things. Oh, let's put you on the floor. The little thingy things, I'm gonna call them stove rings. We put the stove rings on the floor in the same order we took them off. So this is gonna be easy, but not really because it's still kind of hard. You see, they have these funky bottoms. You see that? This shape right here, how it goes in? You're gonna have to line that up with your stove. And now we can put the griddles? No, that's not a griddle. We can put the things back on, the prison bars. One prison bar. And now we have a clean stove. Thank you. I could have washed these. I chose not to because I'm more about having it appear clean than it actually being clean because life is too short to worry about chemicals and germs and disease. So thank you for tuning in to Very Basic Things again. I'll see you next time for another basic thing. Bye.